Hi, Priestess JD. Hi, you guys. Good to see you all. Hey, Bronx, Anna Luce, Vivian, Patricia. You guys are coming in. Sorry, I tried to log in before and something was up. And my friend Lisa, you guys know Lisa Foster. She's subscribed, but it keeps kicking her off. And so my friend Dan is going to look into it. Oh, thanks, Katie's dream. Thank you. I was just on Hogwarts show and it took a little of my time, but this is prayer time. So um thank you to my sister Deborah who takes all the prayers. Hi, oh Lisa, hi. I was just talking about you that you got somehow you're not on there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but okay, so what I want to do is I want to get the new uh, prayers. Okay. Yeah, wasn't that fun with Hogwarts? Oh my God, did that fit me or what? He didn't say anything about uh he didn't say anything about you know future, but it sounds like I'm doing the right thing. So at 3:30, I'm coming back on live to answer your questions. So if you'll see the link that says 3:30, be sure to for live if you have questions. Okay, so let's do okay. And Lucky Girl sent me a current list and I'll post that. Probably do hers on Friday. Okay, so we have a prayer from Leanne B and a prayer request for Elaine to find a good, comfortable, safe place to live, to know and heal the spiritual, psychosocial cause for this awful lack, I guess, that she's struggling with. We'll go Jay Dillon, prayer for the most benevolent outcome from my son's Jimmy's job search and sobriety. Okay, Jimmy, we're praying for you. Let's see. Prayer, Sandra H. Thank you and my fellow followers for your help and prayers for my father who recently suffered a mild stroke. On that front, he's been doing well. However, lately he's been feeling and telling us, my stepmom and siblings, that he's going to pass on soon. Interesting. I myself don't see him weakening, and he's making an effort to eat and take his medication. I'm asking for prayers for his health and to lift up his spirits. Also, prayers for you, your loved ones, and your support team. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. Rita, prayers for Mary Jo, who's recovering from cancer. Shelley, prayers for Noah, for her 11-year-old son. Connie, her classmate Mike Kellogg on the prayer list. He was just diagnosed with a brain tumor. Oh. His high school sweetheart, wife of 37 years, passed from COVID 2 years ago. It's been really hard for us to watch our childhood friends and their family go through this loss. Also, please pray for my sons Tommy, Kyle, Todd, Nathan, who are on their path as young Navajo men, and for my grandchildren, Emily, Wyatt, and 6 grandkiddies. I love it. Okay, so, all right. So these were just additions. Okay, you guys. So now, excuse me. I got so excited with Hogwarts thing. I'm choked up. V. Prayers. Hi, you guys. Hi, everybody. Okay. Vivian and Gina. Wait, hold on. Gina and Vivian. Where's Vivian? I don't see Vivian. Write again to me, Vivian. Let's see if I see you. Okay. Hi, Pam. Okay. Lynn wants us to pray for her brother with cancer. Okay. Here's Vivian. All right, Vivian. Got you in there, girlfriend. Okay. V. Prayers that all Americans of goodwill wish good thoughts about keeping a strong democracy and loving our neighbors. Amen. Hold on. I don't know why this thing is. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Jennifer, healing prayers for healing from chronic Epstein-Barr virus and cystitis. Tina, healing prayers for her teenage niece Gianna, who is in the hospital with complications from lupus, and prayers for doctors to find a way to remove a blood clot lodged behind her liver. Ooh. They'll be able to do that, by the way. Don't ask me why I know. Deborah, prayers that her niece starts to feel joy over her last third child. Janice, prayers for her kids and to live harassment free from her friend Kelsey, who is being harassed by her ex-husband who has PTSD. So bad he threatened her, abused the two boys, is now taking her to court to try to get the kids. Oh my God. That's not going to work for him, by the way. Okay. Okay, Lisa was prayers for 16-year-old Kelly Rodney, who went missing, which they found her, as we said, that in the water. And for her friend Carol, who has lower part of her leg amputated this year and is getting used to her new reality. Pamela, prayers for the most benevolent outcome for her daughter, who is going through a divorce, trying to save the house and a new job, and healing prayers for her mental and physical health. Catherine, prayers for her son Joseph, who is an addict and homeless. And Nitai, prayers for her most benevolent outcome for her son, who is depressed and has suicidal thoughts, and for her niece, who has been waiting 5 years for an organ donor, and for her cousin, whose cancer has returned. Oh, that's so sad. You know, normally I have tons of pins. Here's one. Okay. Catherine, prayers for her son Joseph, who is an addict and homeless. Okay. Oh, I did, Catherine. Or maybe I didn't. Okay. Sharon, prayers for the most benevolent outcome for her son to find a new job and get a car to assist in caring for his two children. Marcy, prayers that her workman's comp gets settled after waiting 5 years. Holy cow. A stroke and brain surgery. Maureen, prayers for a friend of a friend who just lost her husband and was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Prayers for her friend who recently lost her 2 cats. Anna, prayers for the most benevolent healing of gut issues and binge eating disorder. Prayers for all families, Linda and Linda's viewers. Oh, she prayed for all you guys. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, you guys. JD, prayers for the most benevolent outcome for her daughter, Courtney, to find a better paying job, a loving partner, and a perfect home for her and her daughter, Haley. Margaret, prayers that Carl stop chewing tobacco and not get cancer, and Romney to recover completely from COVID. Christina, prayers for her son Ryan to stay strong and have courage and physical strength to get through Navy boot camp. Leroy, prayers for a benevolent outcome for healing options for his 48-year-old friend Robbie, who is suffering from a body destroying his platelets. And the doctors cannot find the reason why. Lorraine, prayers for clairvoyant physical phenomenon medium Mike, who needs healing for back issues, and for his house to sell quickly, for top dollar healing prayers for her son Darren, who needs physical and emotional healing. Denise, healing prayers for her sciatica. You know how, sciatica. Well, how do you say that, you guys? I have that too. So sciatica, excruciating bursitis, massive migraines, leg vein issues, including painful swelling, which will cause unbearable pain. It's so painful. Cheryl, prayers for Sharisha, who is back in the hospital for chest pain, shortness of breath, and ongoing heart problems. Prayer for Brother Dave to find a doctor to help with his temporary paralysis that comes and goes along with excruciating pain. Prayers for him to do what the doctor tells him to help his health. And for Dave to allow Cheryl back in his and the children's lives. Prayers for Ann, Fred, Jim, and his girlfriend to recover quickly and completely from COVID. Prayers for Cheryl to improve her physical and mentally after TBI received when speeding bus T-boned her car in 2009 and to help find purpose in this world. Meg, healing prayers for her daughter who has MRSA and has already had surgery. Jan, healing prayers to recover from a bad cough that is not COVID. I've heard of that. There's some sort of cough going around. Andrea, prayers for her mother Diane and Aunt Anne's continue healing and wholeness and blessed finances. Prayers for her brother Derek, continued sobriety and wholeness. Prayers for her son Ollie's finances and protection. Prayers for her friend Ricky to be healed in all areas in his life, as well as finances, blessed. And prayers for Andrea to have a wonderful school 2022-23 year for healing and good health. And by the way, Keith, our guy Keith, he's offered to come on to one of our sessions with healings, with the prayers. So that sounds great. I have to use my, what is it called? The one that you can have two people on. I never figured out how to work it, and I paid a lot of money for it. Simone, prayers for black magic dissipates in the divine, and her baby brother finds clarity, connects with his family, and comes back home. Prayers for her mother to find enough strength and good health. Prayers for Simone to find her dream job and financial freedom ASAP. Prayers for her sister's good health and stability. Healing prayers for strength for her mom's brother, who is severely sick and bedridden. Cindy, healing prayers for a miracle for her 71-year-old friend, Roxanne, who was diagnosed with terminal AML leukemia just after her husband passed from a 5-year illness. She's responding to dialysis and chemo. Marie, healing prayers for her wet macular degeneration knee stiffness after surgery and for healing of her body, emotions, and financial well-being. Kelly, prayers for her benevolent outcome for their little angel dog Lulu, who has back or hip issues and is slow to recover. Aw, high-class name, Lulu. 277 in the room, you guys. Remember, we were lucky to get 100. But it's good to have the more that come in to pray, the better. Mary, prayers for a benevolent outcome for her shy 10th grade grandson to establish new friendships at school. Jessica, prayers for her friend Maria Lick, who has recently diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer and in hospital. V, prayers for a benevolent outcome for Thay V, a young man fighting leukemia and having a third relapse. Helen, healing prayers for 2 bulging cervical discs to resolve without surgery and for relief from migraines. Mary, prayers for all the people in this group for peace and good things, and prayers for Mary to find employment that suits her talents, temperament, and higher purpose. Monica, prayers for a quick and fair sale of her condo. Christina, healing prayers that the tumor surgery her 9-year-old dog, Era, is having on August 30th goes well, and the tumor is benign. Okay. Emily, prayers for her 2-month-old niece, Ella's eczema, which is all over her body. Ooh, yeah, that's very common. Michelle, prayers that the cause of her fluctuating blood pressure is found. Cindy, prayers for her most benevolent outcome for her upcoming shoulder surgery and all her college classes with higher level math. Veronica, prayers for the most benevolent outcome for her housing situation so she and her dog are not evicted and on the street, and that the court and the landlord make sure a reasonable payment schedule for her. Lorraine, healing prayers for her daughter Sharon, who's having a lot of health problems. Debo and Nancy L., prayers for the most benevolent outcome for Marie at Marie Stable and her family as her husband Scott cancer is back, and prayers that the upcoming round of chemo will work. Barbie, healing prayers for Barbie's breast cancer and second surgery on 9/1 and traveling long distances for cancer treatment, and prayers for her 2.5-year-old grandson who was recently diagnosed with autism. Janice, prayers for her son in law will stop abusing her two grandkids. Ooh. And she will be allowed to see or talk with them soon. Monique, prayers for her uncle Peter, just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Prayers for her mother Michelle, that her employer pays all money owed to her and she's able to retire this year. Prayers for Monique and her business flourishes and she is financially stable. Kim, prayers for her friend Betty, who's having back surgery on August 25th. And healing prayers for her 6-year-old daughter with ODD and ADHD, that whatever painful burdens and fears she carries from this lifetime and all others across all dimension be alleviated, and prayers of support and strength for Anne's husband and family, and prayers for patience presence to respond to their daughter's challenging behaviors in loving, supportive way that will bring healing peace to her and the rest of the family. Alexandra, prayers that Carmen finds a new job and work tribe that she loves and aligns with her new family structure and energy. Pat, prayers for healing and good health for Pat. Maria, prayers for her daughter Mike, her neighbor Mike, who is in a coma after very serious heart attack. It's unknown if he will make it or have serious damage from lack of oxygen. Mark, healing prayers for his 5-week grandson James, who is having surgery on August 24th. Sunflowers, prayers for negative results and most benevolent outcome for recent blood work for leukemia, lymphoma, biopsies, and CT scans of her lymph nodes. Oh, Sunflower, we're out there for you, girl. JD, prayers for her daughter Courtney to keep her and JD's granddaughter Haley from harm while trying to separate from Courtney's fiance, and prayers for the most benevolent outcome for them to find an affordable place to live with their dog and ability to manifest a better paying job on day shift. AJ, prayers for the best possible outcome for her best friend's aunt, who is dealing with a bad infection after surgery and needs a comfortable place to convalesce. Prayers for protection and peace for her friend, whose deranged neighbor has harassed her and her family for years, waving a gun, but evades law enforcement. Christian, prayers for President Biden to cancel all student loan. Well, he just did some of that today. Rhonda, prayers for her sister Anne that her doctor didn't wait too long to help her. Prayers for strength for her mother and family to help her. And healing prayers for Rhonda to get over the cough that she's had for 4 weeks. Jasmine, prayers for her friend Christina and her family who are losing their rental home to find a safe and affordable house, and for Christina's husband to find a good paying job. Sandra, prayers for help for the sad spirit in her home to move on into the light. Tawana, prayers for the best outcome to figure out what is going on with her as she's in the hospital in the step down unit. Oh wow. Oh, 300 in the house. Carol, prayers for her friend Kathy, who is having surgery for cancer next week. Rachel, healing prayers for her sister Jen's back fracture. Kathy, prayers for her youngest son to find a good paying job that he will thrive at. Becky, healing prayers for Paul, who was electrocuted and fell 3 stories. Oh my God. Jasmine, prayers for her neighbor and 3 young children whose house burned down yesterday, need to find a new home. Melanie, prayers for a swift recovery for her husband Ron, who just received a bone marrow transplant, and that they can take one trip outside the country during the twilight years, and prayers for her daughter Felicity for a decision about her visa and her mental and physical health. Jolie, prayers for relief for her cousin Alexis, severe headaches that they go away. Nan, prayers for her successful brain tumor surgery and recovery for Wayon, her hardworking and loyal assistant of 20 years, and for Wayon's husband to remain strong and for her children to be comforted. Celestia, prayers for her son Anthony's brain issue and her husband Matt's kidney disease. All right, you guys, that was a big list, and I added the ones that were on there. I also want to thank you guys because we prayed that my ex-husband Richard would find a job, and he got a job. So the only thing I'm asking now for him is he finds a place to live. So we want a most benevolent outcome on that. So if you can include Richard. And I'd like to include my son Jacob because he's going through some ups and downs times. You know, he's young and he needs help energetically. I put that out on him, but I'm his mom, you know, so sometimes more than one if we ask. And also, you guys, I will be back on at 3:30 for a live to answer any questions, okay? So let's pray for President Biden, which someone had already asked. Let's pray for the Ukraine. We got a lot of prayers here. We asked for Zelensky being safe. Navalny, we ask that he maintains, strength in this terrible, trying times. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? We're going to start off with the healing, which is green. Then we're going to do a blue around the blue, and then we're going to do a magenta. And then we're going to do like this orange color. I don't know if orange has been coming up to me lately. And then we're going to do a gold, a big gold band around this. Especially for all those that need homes. We're going to throw some homes for you. And then let's do a silver, shimmering, beautiful silver around that. And so we got a big ball, okay? And I want you to sit. I want you to keep your feet grounded. I want you to take a breath. And I want you to throw that ball of healing and light. Boom. I will be done. And it's the most benevolent outcome for all those seeking help within this little organization here that our focus helps them receive your gifts. It'll be good, you guys. Oh, yeah. Hi, Terry. Terry's in the house. I put her, she does some nice breeding stuff. So we're going to probably do a collab, but we won't do that till October because I'm so booked, you guys. Let's do a most benevolent outcome that I find a steady. Well, after I get done with readings, I'll be better. Okay, thank you, you guys. This was only 23 minutes long, but I'll be back at 3:30. I hope you all can come, and I'll be answering questions for you. And I'll also be posting the day we'll do the mediumship for the subscribers. Okay. Bye, everybody. Love you. Cheers.